You alright guys, how we doing? Clinicality here, and today I'm bringing you another player review. This time we're reviewing the informed Heung-min Son from Tottenham. As you can see, this is the team that we built around him. I kind of wanted to try out Cavani, so I built him in a little hybrid between like PSG and Tottenham, with a few French players in there to make it all link up nicely. Right, so Son's base stats, he has 87 pace, 84 shooting, 74 passing, 82 dribbling, 26 defending, and 62 physical. And as always, we played 6 games with him. We managed to score 6 goals, get 4 assists as well. Now we paid 38,500 for him. He currently sells for about 35k-ish at the time of making this video for both consoles, which is really cheap, especially for what you get from him. Now onto the in-game stats. He has 87 sprint speed and 85 acceleration, really nice standout stats there for me from this first page. However, he does have 56 strength, which is a bit of a downfall. He also has 85 shot power, 89 long shots. He has 84 finishing as well, so his shooting stats are really nice, as well as that 83 curve. And he also has 84 dribbling as well. Now he has 5-star weak foot, 3-star skills, medium work rates, he can play left mid, and he has the finesse shot trait and the long shot taker trait. Now jumping into the clips, and I want to talk about this first one in particular because as you see here, he takes a really heavy touch in a pretty vital position, and that was one of his downfalls for me. Instantly I noticed it. For some reason he takes really heavy touches. His actual dribbling when he's on the ball is really good, but for some reason his first touch is just a real letdown, and there were 3 or 4 good chances that he passed up just because of his first touch. But once he's actually on the ball, his dribbling is really nice. The only other thing about his dribbling, I guess, is the fact that he has 3-star skills and being a winger where you have to beat players and try to create chances that way. Obviously the lack of skills does kind of prove to be a bit of a downfall, but for the most part his actual dribbling, as you see here in this clip, is really quite nice. Now onto his shooting. I'll start with his finishing. His finishing is okay, it's pretty good, but there were a few that he passed up when he should really be putting it in the back of the net, so it's not 100%. However, onto his long shots, and this guy is just magical when it comes to shooting from range. He gets so much power, and the precision and the curve and everything is just so good. And you look at this one off the bar, just absolutely beautiful. His long shots are just insane, and if you ever get the chance, you do want to take one with him because it will probably go flying in the back of the net. It's so good. There's one clip in particular you'll see the curl he gets on it as it flies into the bottom corner is really nice. Also his volleys are good, and obviously he's not going to be heading the ball because he's out on the wing. Now his pace is another thing that is really nice about him, as you've seen from the previous clip. He just gets the ball at his feet, particularly his sprint speed. Once he's got going, there is no catching him. He will burst past defenders, whether on the wing or through the middle, and it probably feels even quicker than the 87 that it says on his card. So if you love playing with pacey players, then this guy's for you. Now passing, this guy's passing, it said like 56 long passing or something. It's a complete lie. Every single aspect of this guy's passing is ridiculous, whether it's, as I say, long passing or short passing, and particularly his crossing. His crosses are just superb, and that also kind of plays into his set pieces, particularly corners. It's very deadly from corners, whether he's playing it into the box or whether he's finding a man at the edge of the box. It always finds the target. This is that long shot I was saying about where it just starts outside the post and curls into the bottom corner. Really nice long shot. But yeah, his set pieces in particular are brilliant. His free kicks are actually quite good as well. He doesn't have the best accuracy, but the rest of his stats, the curve and the shot power, are really nice, so he can take good free kicks. But yeah, so you want to put this guy on most of your set pieces. If you do have a designated free kick taker, then use him for the direct free kicks, but for indirect free kicks and corners, definitely put Son on them. And as I say, he can take direct free kicks if you don't have anyone. And lastly, I want to talk about his positioning. Now his positioning is questionable. Obviously I played him out wide in that 4-3-3 fifth version, so he did seem to stay out there a lot. I would recommend possibly bringing him further in, because although his crossing is amazing, he doesn't always come back to get the ball. He stayed a lot kind of isolated out on the wing, and so I had to do a lot to try and get him involved. So if he was further inside, I think he'd be much better. Right, so on average, he got a match rating of 8.4, which once again is a really solid rating over the course of multiple games. So his pros, for me, I'd definitely say his dribbling. Once he's actually on the ball, his dribbling is really nice. His long shots are by far and away his best stat about this card. His pace is blistering. His passing is really accurate. He has that 5-star weak foot, so it doesn't matter what you're doing, you can do it on either foot, and all of his set pieces are superb. His cons, however, are his first touch. The fact that he only has 3-star skills is a bit of a letdown, obviously. He's not very strong, he does get muscled off the ball if people get near him, so that's not very good. Now I put finishing as one of his cons as well. He missed too many chances for my liking. He had a lot of chances, he hit the bar like a number of times, so I don't actually think his finishing is that good, although the stat says it is. I found that he was much more deadly at range than he was up close. And lastly, I put his positioning on there, obviously, as I said, because he seems to get stuck out on that left wing, but I think that can be fixed just by bringing him inside. Now I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Overall, I definitely think he's a good player, and I think you guys need to go and pick him up because he is really quite cheap. For an inform, 35k is nothing, and as I say, he'll probably be less than that by now, so definitely go and try this guy out. He is good fun to use, I enjoyed using him, and I think you guys will too. As always, if you guys decide to go and pick this guy up, let me know down in the comments what you all thought of him. Anyway, that's going to be it for this one. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, it helps me out so much. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.